G'day mates, I hope you're having a ripper day. Yesterday I dropped a video on the ResMed heater system error, heatgate, which is currently affecting some AirSense11 users. Now if you don't know what it is, basically the machine pops up an error that says heater system error, therapy may run without heating, and it shuts off your climate line tubing, so you have cold air, and also your heated humidifier, so you have dry air. Alright. Now, since that video, there's been a few new developments. A couple of respiratory therapists have messaged in, so I want to read you their comments because they deal with these units every day. And I've also had 25 responses to my little feedback survey from real world users just like you who have experienced this error. And I'll show you how you can access that report if you want to check out those detailed questions and the answers. I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat today, sorry guys. All right, let's check it out. I'm an RT with one of the top 3 medical equipment providers in the USA, and this has become an issue probably the last 6 months. Sometimes they're brand new out of the box giving the error message. On some of them, I send them back to ResMed for repairs and ResMed sends them back saying there's nothing wrong, but most of the time they're replacing the units. Another issue that has popped up in the last 3 months is the climate lines don't stay in very well and one side pops out slightly, just enough to cause the high leak detected message that shuts the machine off. It seems like it's a very bad batch of hoses, even right out of the box. I've been using an AirSense11 for almost 3 years now, after my AirSense10 started the high-pitch whine. I haven't had any issues with mine other than the 10's auto climate control worked great, and the 11 runs out of water in the night in auto mode. I suspect the quality control on the 11s has gone to crap. That's my take. Laugh out loud. I'll tell you what's not funny. I think you might have discovered a bigger problem than the heater system error. Your comment on the tubing hit me like a bolt of lightning, and I'll tell you why. There's been a number of Sleep HQ Pro members and also the Facebook group members reporting like this constant leak in their charts. It's not mouth leak, it's not mask leak, it's too consistent. And I think you might have just discovered what it is. It's the tubing. All right. When you wrote this message, I was like, oh my God, that's what it is. Right? Because it's been driving me nuts. I couldn't figure out what it was. A hole in the system. You found the hole. And this is what's happening. I'll do a close up for you. But basically with the 10, you'll know it had that pivot. All right. But with the 11 here, it doesn't have the pivot anymore, all right? So when you plug it in, you have it on your bedside table, you plug it in. Now, normally the tube is sort of this way, or it's going this way. And what happens is, you just pull it a little bit, doesn't take much at all, boom, pops out of place. See that? I'll do a close up for you, but as soon as it pops out like that, you get that leak. That's the leak. All right, I found it finally. But that's good that I've found it, but not great for AirSense11 users. Basically what you have to do is make sure that your tubing isn't pulling to one side. You have to basically face your tubing wherever you're sleeping, so it's coming out. So if you're sleeping over there, you're facing your tubing that way. Right? You don't want it facing forward and bending over towards you because it's going to pivot this tubing, the climate line, out of the back of the machine and cause that leak. And this guy's also saying that this leak could potentially set off the smart stop feature and turn your machine off, which is once again another common complaint from AirSense11 users. They say that their machine just switches off in the middle of the night, and some people have said that their mask seal is fine. Very interesting. Now, this one's tricky for ResMed because maybe not too tricky, but they've got to figure out a way to connect the tubing more securely so it doesn't do this pivot out of place. Very interesting. Now let's go to the next comment here. from another respiratory therapist in Canada. RT here in Canada, shipped back over 20 units, all replaced so far. Spoke to ResMed reps numerous times regarding this. The latest word is that there will be an over-the-air update pushed to correct the issue. So the ResMed reps are saying that it's not hardware, it's the firmware that's the issue. The issue itself is related to the Climate Line's system response to high leakage. Maybe that's why sometimes people, they get a new tube. They plug it in. It's like, oh, it was the tube that was the issue. But maybe it wasn't the tube. Maybe it was just the tube had been nudged out of place. So patients with high mask leak and patients who turn on the machine prior to putting on the mask are prone to it. The other fix is apparently to go into manual mode. So he's talking about climate control here. With your heated tube and your humidifier, you can run it in automatic mode or manual mode. And if you read the report, my feedback report, a number of people have said that works as well. Okay. This prevents the auto from overcompensating and frying itself. Just fry an egg up on the AirSense11. Deary me. All right, so that's amazing. Now let's check out my report. Here it is. So currently 24 responses. If you'd like to read the report, click the link above. I'll also put it in the description and pin a comment for you. And if you currently experience this heater system error and you want to complete the feedback form, once again, click the link above and I'll put the information in the description and pin a comment for you. All right, here it is here. So you can just go through. And the great thing about this is it will automatically update over time as people answer the questions and complete the survey. Okay, so when did you first receive the heater system fault? Anyone can access this. If you scroll down, this is probably the best question here. What steps, if any, have you taken to resolve the fault on your own? Did any of them work? And there's a whole bunch of responses here about what people have tried, what's worked, what hasn't. Okay, so you can read that for yourself. All right, pretty cool stuff. Now, mates, thanks for watching. Hope yourselves a great day, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.
This video is sponsored by Sleep HQ. Upload, review, and share your detailed CPAP reports with anyone from anywhere. Visit sleephq.com and join our free community today.